What if I told you that you can quite literally get paid to sell your stuff? No, I'm being serious. I know it's shocking and everyone's running ads and everyone's doing all of this fancy dancy shit to promote their products, but what if there's a way of you basically promoting your stuff while getting paid? I know, it's kind of like going on vacation while getting paid. That's the best example that I can give. And gurus all over the internet like Iman Gadzhi, Hormozi, Daniel Dalen, Charlie Morgan, all of your favorite business owners are doing it in front of you and they're actually using you to monetize their product. In today's video, I will be going over strategies that they're using and that I'm starting to implement as well to start monetizing their audience. And not only that, but to get paid to sell their products. Firstly, you have to understand who you're selling to and who your audience is. Because without this core foundation, you will quite literally not be able to monetize anything. And you will just be posting content and just doing a bunch of shit without having any trajectory, and you will eventually burn out. So you really need to get and pinpoint who it is that you're selling and who it is that you're targeting so that you can actually come up with the proper strategy to target that proper audience. For example, let's just say you're a weight loss teacher who's teaching obese people who are over 700 pounds how to lose 600 pounds in under 6 months so that they can get an anime body. Well, maybe not an anime body, but you know what I'm talking about. Basically being extremely niche and having an extremely clear offer on who it is that you're targeting and what it is that you're targeting. And you want to avoid going too broad on your targeting, especially whenever you're first starting, because you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. Going too broad, you're basically not going to be targeting anything. You can go broad once you are bigger. This is something that I've been struggling with, and don't get me wrong, it's okay whenever you're going for top of funnel, but for the most part, you want to go after one product and one niche. Now, after you have decided who it is that you're targeting and what it is that you're selling, you want to give away all of your secrets and you do not want to hold back on the sauce. A great example of this is Hormozi. He does not care. He gives away all of it. And I know for coaches and consultants, it is a bit different, but hear me out. You want to give away all of your sauce because if you don't, people are going to be like, oh, who the fuck is this guy holding back on his secrets? And you're going to come off as more trustworthy. And the cool thing about this is for coaches and consultants, what you can do is you can give away the sauce, but I know it's different since you aren't doing a done for you service. People usually say you can sell the implementation, but for you guys, it's different. I understand. Because don't get me wrong, giving away the sauce is one thing. Most people are too lazy to actually implement it for themselves, and it's going to take them years and tons of iterations for them to get it right like you did. But for coaches and consultants, something that you can do is target it for their specific pain points and for their specific problem that they're facing. Because let's just say that you're targeting SMMA owners who can get leads and you're doing consultations for that. You want to target, like for example, a specific niche who can get leads in the personal branding space or who can get leads in the car dealership space. Everyone else has different problems, but the main core message is the same, which is essentially what you want to give away. You want to give the solution to the main problem, which would be getting leads, but the way that car dealerships get leads is different from the way that real estate agents get leads. So that's exactly what you want to target, what you want to change, and where it is that you can monetize. And another thing to kind of seal the deal for this is they're eventually going to get the information, so they might as well get it from you. I promise you, if they get it from you, you will eventually actually be able to build a lead list from them, and you might have a potential client in the future. Now, after you've developed an audience and after you've basically given away all of your sauce, you want to develop a lead magnet, which is quite literally in the name, a magnet to get leads. You all have probably heard of it, but the thing about lead magnets that everyone does incorrect is you want to make a lead magnet that is so good that other people would sell for actual paid money. That's exactly where the sauce is. For example, I'm going to be pitching you guys my lead magnet right now. My lead magnet I originally sold for $50, and now I'm giving it away for free. And it's essentially a 50-hour multiple page PDF breakdown on me analyzing MrBeast, Hormozi, Iman Gadzhi. It's basically a bunch of condensed information that took me quite literally weeks to get, and I've put it into one PDF that's simple to understand, simple to read, and that, like I said, I was originally selling for $50. So that's kind of like the point that you want to get to with your lead magnet, something that you were originally selling and giving it away for free. Because at the end of the day, nothing's better than free stuff, especially if it's free, good, valuable stuff. Now, after you've developed a lead magnet and after you've given away all of your sauce and after you have a pretty good audience that trusts you, because that's essentially what you want to do. You want to build trust by providing value. You want to tell a story that really enforces and emphasizes on who you are and makes them choose you over anybody else, because that's essentially what marketing is. You want to develop trust with an audience and with a specific ideal customer profile or who it is that you're targeting. You really want to make them resonate with who you are and why they should buy your product or your services over your competitors' products or services. You don't want to be a shit teacher who knows a bunch about a certain subject but nobody likes because of how fucking boring she is whenever she tells stories. I know I had a math teacher who was extremely smart and who was very, very good at teaching, but everyone in her class would fall asleep because of how horrible she was at speaking and of how shitty her stories were. In comparison to a history teacher that I had who maybe wasn't as smart as my math teacher, but everybody loved him and he basically kept everybody extremely engaged because of how good his storytelling was. So that's exactly what you want to be. You want to be a fantastic storyteller. You want to make people feel empathy for you and for who you are, and you want to make them have that trust with you so they will choose you over your competitors, and so you can build that trust with them as well. At the end of the day, it's all psychological and a form of manipulation, but of course you want to do it for a good purpose or for a good cause. cause. Because if you're doing it for a shitty purpose or a shitty cause, you're gonna get eaten alive. So just keep that in mind. And to summarize everything, here's something that you can do today. First of all, you want to identify your ideal customer profile's biggest pain points and their biggest problems or biggest frustrations. Secondly, you want to create a cheat sheet or a form that addresses all of their biggest frustrations, and then you want to offer it as a lead magnet or as a form of getting people to go to your website. You have extremely valuable knowledge to share to the world, and I promise you, if you implement these strategies properly and you take the right steps, you will be able to get so many new leads, all while getting paid for them. So don't let you giving away your knowledge or your information scare you from this. Like I said, people are eventually going to get that knowledge from somewhere, so it might as well be from you. And if you're a coach or a consultant, I promise you, just because you're giving away your sauce does not mean that you're not going to get clients. In contrast, people are more likely going to trust you and choose you over anybody else. So just embrace it and make something happen and start posting content, which is essentially the biggest leverage that you can have over anybody. Start with YouTube, try short form as well, but my recommendation is YouTube because that is where all the money is made. And don't forget to download the PDF, which is down below in the description. Peace.